Hello, hello, my friends. What's going on? How you doing today? How you feeling ahead of this match? This match that we've got coming up in just an hour and a little bit. A short turnaround. It feels weird to play multiple matches. I was seeing a stat on NBC or USA or whatever it's playing here in the US, and it was like Arsenal unbeaten in their last 9 games, and I was like, wait, we just beat them. And then I looked at the schedules and I was like, holy crap, man, like they've played 9 games, we've played 5 since then. It is brutal out here not getting games, and then we're getting this quick turnaround, and and then a break, and they're changing our schedule around again. We're going to have 23 days between games coming up here soon. In about 16 days. 23 days. Jesus, man. In mid-season, 23-day layoff for us. It's pain. Pure pain. It's so frustrating. But big game today against Newcastle. Absolutely huge. Very excited about it. I'm really curious. I each week I kind of feel like, all right, this one could be an interesting game. I thought Palace should have been a bit easier. Today is a game I think is one that does represent another problem for us, something that we have as a serious weakness in our team. But Newcastle aren't great right now, and we can smash them. We can still smash them. We can still get it done over them and get the win, and we need it. We need it big time. I want to feel confident. You know, when we take a look at the table here, Newcastle down in 13th, 1 win in their last 5, 36 points. We beat them today. They could end up in 14th place. They could end up like 10 points off of European football, which would be devastating to them and would make me very, very happy. But not only that, with the loss of Liverpool to Wolves yesterday, which was hilarious, wonderful result, amazing game. We ended the stream yesterday right as Mo Salah had tied things up, but then Wolves went on to win, which was incredible, very, very exciting. So that was awesome. It was a lot of fun to watch the end of that, and we'll be 6 points clear of Liverpool with a win. 6 to 9 points clear of Chelsea with the win. So that's giving us a huge gap because, of course, Villa and Chelsea are playing today. So it's a big opportunity. It really is. This is like a huge chance to get it over the line and, build this gap, build some confidence that we're going to go into Champions League. And it's not just like for us, right? Again, thinking big picture, thinking of the coach, thinking of the recruitment, thinking of all of that, we need to get to this break in March where everybody's going 6 games left. United are 9 points into Champions League positions. It's in the bag. It's in the bag. Let's, we can have those discussions with those players and say, look, we're going to get Champions League, right? I mean, look, it's on the table. Get a head start on some of these deals, start thinking with the finances of Champions League and get going. Yes, Shaw and Maguire are with the squad, so I would assume that means that they're good to play. Maguire, of course, being convicted of certain crimes in Greece from this story from, 5 or 6 years ago now, still going in a suspended sentence. This means, of course, that he's not going to prison, he's not going to jail. He will appeal the verdict and all of that as well. But yeah, that thing's been ongoing for absolutely ages and finally got a retrial. But it's, he was convicted there. Not going to pass too much judgment because, to be honest, none of us know what the hell has actually gone on at that time. I would definitely say that, in my opinion, from things I've heard, not about Maguire, I'm not talking like ITK Greek prisons, but like just from stories and things I've read, I don't know that I have the belief that at that time period in Greece that the police were all above board. You know what I mean? To be fair, where are they? Where are they all above board? But I think in general, I certainly wouldn't bank on the honesty of Greek police at that time. He should get back. Yeah, exactly. He should get back there and just, have at them. But so whatever. No judgment for me on that. The story he described was something like protecting his sister from them trying to extort her and him or something like that. So I'm gonna stick with that. Harry seems like an upstanding young guy. A lot of players did show up, in terms of who's actually gonna start or who's gonna do any of that. A lot of players are there. I think they have more than the players that will be included in the squad. Kokonki is there. Probably again, it's because they're still doing those. They did those little tests on before getting off the coach for Shaw and Maguire to see if they're good to start. So we'll find out in about 10 minutes if they're good to go. I saw, by the way, as well, Patrick Dorgu. Y'all see Patrick Dorgu's, his personal trainer did a video. I thought it was from today, unless I'm mistaken. And of Patrick Dorgu doing work. He looks good. Maybe it was old footage, but hopefully that was new. Soon back, Wednesday, Patrick Dorgu. I think that's today's footage. It looks like Patrick looks good, man. Patrick looks like he's running hard. Looks like he's very, he's moving well. It does not look like he has any serious injury. So, yeah, I expect obviously a couple of weeks and he'll be back. But he looks good. I mean, we haven't seen footage of Mason Mount, Lissandro, De Ligt, any of them doing the kind of work we see there from Dorgu. So, yeah, excited about that. I'd love to see Patrick Dorgu back. I'm really, really happy with him. And I hope that as well we get a chance to see him play at left back. Yeah, exactly. But hey, I want our left back scoring goals. I want our left back scoring goals. I want him smashing them. I want him doing good work there. So hopefully that's what happens, and he comes back in and does the left back position. More talk about left wingers today, although I think mostly those were stories in response to Michael Carrick responding to kind of questions about it, saying it's something we might look at. I think he also almost said it like it could be a left back. So I don't know. Obviously we are targeting left wingers. We know that's confirmed. We've got our names. We know Diomande. We know Njai. We know of others as well. I'm still questioning that and saying whatever. But if Patrick Dorgu becomes our left back of the future, then sure, maybe we could use some sort of young depth left winger. But you guys know my thoughts on that. We talked about that a bunch yesterday. I'm still like, why? Go and get me some center backs. Go and get me some center backs, man, because we don't have a bunch of center backs who are fit right now. Give me some uninjured, fit, firing center backs. That's all I'm saying, Give me them. I want some big dudes back there, doing good work. So that's where I'm at on it, but it is what it is. Either way, big game. Excited. Some huge matches today in all around the Premier League. This Aston Villa Chelsea one is a big one. The fixture change is crazy to me. Like, I know it's bad for you locals on Monday, right? Like, it's a pain in the ass having to do a bunch of Monday nighters, trying to figure it out after work, travel, stuff like that. It sucks here too. Like, today we're sitting here on I get it, right? The Thursday night ones, which are late, whatever, right? They're European games. Those are fun. Or the Wednesday, the Champions League. You get that. But all these Monday fixtures are so frustrating. It's very irritating as well as a fan over here in the States too. You finish up the whole weekend. There's no sports. There's nothing for you from a United standpoint. You're trying to get back to work on Monday, and then there's a game. And it's like, for me, it's a huge interruption to my day. I mean, I do videos and stuff every single day, but I have other work. I have other things I have to do. It's really annoying that they're all constantly during the week. All these Monday games. It's like ridiculous. So I actually prefer Sunday, Saturday early, like 8 or 9 o'clock. Okay, that's what I prefer. my time. You know, get it done early in the day. Rest of the day is chill, it's relaxed, all of that. But yeah, the Monday games are just annoying. If they were in the evening, I'd be really happy. If they were at 7 o'clock, I'd be happy. But it's hard, man. Maybe one day when I don't have anything else to do with my day, I won't mind all the Monday games. But until then, I got issues. Okay, I got some concerns. But I know for you guys over there, a lot of people are very frustrated with it. You prefer it to 4:30 a.m.? Yeah, I mean, look, it's better than the 4:30 a.m.s and the 5:30 a.m.s, no doubt. But I feel like those like morning Sunday games are the best. That for me, that's what works the best. Bam, Sunday 7:30, 8 o'clock, 9. Wake up, get on, have the game, on with your day. That's the best. That's where I'm. That's for me over here in the States. So yeah, that's cool. But anyway, Manchester United admire. Here, let me pull this story up. This comes from Stephen Ralston, who is a good reporter at the MEN now. The MEN now have upped their credibility and their reputation since the departure of somebody. But Manchester United admire Sandro Tonali and Bruno Guimaraes, and the club would make a move for either player if they became available this summer. So there you have it. Further confirmation of what we've known and been discussing for some time. That we would go for either one of those players, if not both, but probably just the one. And I want to go back to lineups are coming in just a minute, so I'm stalling here. Go back to midfielders. So here, yeah. Well, let me see. Hopefully, is it gonna pull up the right? See what it pulls up. I don't know what it's gonna pull up. I don't know what's about to pop up on the screen. Weird. There it is. All right. Anyway, when we did this, I had Bruno G down here as a valid link, but he's unlikely to be sold. I would still stand by that to a degree. It'd be hard to get him out of the club for this summer. So far, our midfield list, our big list of targets, if you missed this video, is all being still confirmed. We had the Bruno G stuff early. We had Bruno G before anybody else. Just still, it is an unlikely deal to happen, for what it's worth. But when am I shifting to Big Up? Yep. So I'll be on Big Up about 20 minutes before the game, 15 minutes before the game. So you can head on over there to do the watch along with me. And also, if you enjoy these things and activities, go get your picks in for the game. The link is below and all of that. All right, lineup. This is what we all kind of thought if Sean Maguire were not available. We were looking at this. So Sean Maguire are there. We technically don't know if they're available still. We brought a big squad in case we decide not to give them the start. So technically, it could still be this lineup. We don't actually know. We're going to have to wait like a couple minutes now, like literally 2 minutes to find out, right? Think the back four will be the same. In case Harry was on the run. Yeah. In case Harry was on the run. St. James Park is going to be rock. Yeah, they're going to be up for it. And I saw you asking about Braithwaite. Yes, I've watched a bit of Everton recently. I'm very, very, very impressed with Braithwaite still. Braithwaite and Murillo would be my two top choices for center back this summer. If Braithwaite stays fit through the end of the season, I'm coming back for Braithwaite. He could be our perfect Braithwaite and Euro for me. Traits wise, obviously Euro needs that development. They both do, but long term could make one of the best center back partnerships. The traits, the physical abilities, the pace, things like that, they could be so good. But yeah, Braithwaite's been very, very good again recently. So got to Gotta say, he's been excellent when I've watched him. And so if he can stay fit, I'd be back all over that again. All over that again right now. All right. 1 minute, maybe like 30 seconds until lineups. Let's see if these guys are in the team. You want Villa to be, his injuries are a concern? I mean, they are, they are. But at the same time, Braithwaite is a huge kid and he's had a lot of injuries at 21, 22. That happens. And then they grow out of it sometimes. So we'll just see. I want to draw probably in Chelsea versus Villa. A draw I'd be good with. Where are we? I think I'd be good with a draw in the Chelsea Villa game. But otherwise, a Chelsea loss to me. Because remember, we don't need multiple to miss out. We just need one. The biggest gap, we need one team out of Villa, Chelsea, and Liverpool to miss out. So for me, I want Chelsea dropping points as the priority. Get us far ahead of somebody. Maguire makes it. Shaw makes it. Dalot is out. And whoa. That's it. We got Dalot is out. Maz is in for Dalot. Mazraoui is in for Dalot. Okay, Carrick. Okay. All right. So let's see. It's going to be... So it's this, but we got Shaw Maguire here. All right. There it is. That's the team, right? Did I miss anything? Mbumo, Cass, Menu, Sheshko, Unya. Yep. There it is. There it is. That's a good team. That's a good team. A bit more technical. I'm surprised that we made that change, to be honest, but it's a good change. A little bit more technical. Otherwise, the front four, we kind of have discussed this ad infinitum at this point. What's the point in changing anything else? But, shame no Ahmad. I mean, I hear that. I do. But why? Like, I guess what I'm looking at is what I think we might do in this case is what I hope we do, which is when we move forward in the attack, instead of cramming these guys together, is doing it this way, right? Keeping Mbumo out wide in the clear open air and going like this. It may be like this. This is probably why he has Maguire on the right, to be fair. Maybe if he puts Maguire on the right. Like this would be for the 3-2-5 in possession attack. This is the way we should go. Get Mbumo out wide, Bruno into the right half space, Cunha into the left half space, and Shaw out wide. Instead of trying to like force this, which I'm like this for me, it can work, but I don't think it suits because it gets confused here. Bruno's position gets confused because he likes drifting. But also I think it gets, I don't want Mbumo sitting on big players. Get him in some space, and Cunha's always going to invert anyways. So then it ends up looking like this between Bruno and Cunha. We end up playing like this, right? So I'm hopeful that the change indicates we will do something like that when we're attacking. And I think the balance of the team is better that way. That's my opinion. But will Shaw push forward? Well, we'll see. He did against West Ham. So it was interesting because I know we didn't win against West Ham. I still would say that primarily that was because of the lack of a striker in that game. But against West Ham, Shaw found himself in attacking positions quite a lot. Here, I'll show you. Here. Against West Ham, we did it like this, but we played so narrow, right? Because we were playing Mbumo up top and Cunha up top, right? But Shaw was the attacker then, and we had our three. This was the right idea, but we needed a striker and we needed Mbumo to sit out wide. Otherwise, it would have been fine. It was the right idea against West Ham. We just had the wrong personnel on the pitch. in my opinion. From a striker standpoint, we needed Šeško to be on earlier. And then when we went and scored, right, Šeško was in the center and Mbeumo was out wide swinging that cross in. So that's what ended up getting us the goal. Shaw pushing up, Šeško in the middle, and Mbeumo out wide. So your two width holders are Shaw and Mbeumo. That makes sense because these guys are never going to hold width, and they shouldn't. Bruno's going to drop all over the place. Cunha is also going to drop all over the place. They're two, positional kind of mavericks. They're just going to run all over. Keep these guys out wide to keep that space, and then you can hold and keep Šeško in the middle, and at least then you have the shape of a team correct. That's what I think. That's what I think. And then that gives you Lenny to go more up against their wingers. Lenny and Mazraoui against their fast wingers. And that's good. Lenny and Mazraoui are both quite quick. I think they're good against them. Lenny and Mazraoui can be your primary wide defenders against the Newcastle forwards, the Newcastle wingers. And whoever's at striker, Maguire usually handles. So I like this. If this is the direction we go. If we do it the other way around and we do this again, I'm worried about it because then you have Shaw up against the winger. You probably still have Maguire in the center, but this just becomes a mess and we just end up stuck like this. That's my concern. That's my concern in general. All right. That's all I'm saying. That's my concern in general. So yeah, I just hope it's the other way around personally. So, all right, let's do a new poll here because I want to know, what do you guys think? I'm hoping it looks like this in game. I think this is a really, really nicely balanced team. Like, I think it's actually beautifully balanced. I mean, we have weaknesses, but in terms of fit and positions anyway, I think it gives you like a very pretty shape. Almost. I knew it was coming. All right. Let's do a new poll here. So following the lineup, let's see. We have a 47% feeling nervous. 43% say we're smashing Newcastle. All right. Following the lineup.
I'm craving a donut. Smiley face emoji. I'm worried, to be honest. Pensive face emoji.
I couldn't see the alert for a second. And I was like, where? And it started with I'm craving a donut. And I got so confused as to whether this was actually relevant. But good to see you and thank you. You're worried? Feel better or feel worried-er following lineups? You have to pick one. You've got to be worried-er or feel better. You have to pick one. If you have to. Just pick one. 100% so far on the feeling better? Good. God, people really don't like Dallo, huh? People really don't like Dallo. Yes, thank you, Reber. Please do smash a like on a video. There's 400 plus people here. We can have it over 100 likes. Totally can. Did I miss something earlier? Donut. Is that an actual word? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not an actual word. Think you feel better knowing that Slabby and Shaw are in? Yeah, I think I would be very nervous seeing Heaven and Yoro up against that Newcastle team. You're craving a donut. Is donut code language? Is it? I don't know. I thought it was just random. I thought it was just a random comment made. Dallo and Ahmad can make an impact off the bench. Yeah, I agree. Agreed. Excited to see what Mazraoui could do. Yeah, me too. I quite like Mazraoui. I really do. I like Mazraoui a lot. I think Maz is quite a good player. Dallo finally dropped. I just did a knee slide. Watch out for your knees. Donut is a shutout, like a clean sheet, or like a 0-0, or you think like our midfield's gonna be a donut, or donut has bad implications. Dallo is a donut. Cass has a black eye. Got punched in training. He really? If I can find a picture of him. Where did you see this? Is it on the TV? Because it's not, my broadcast isn't showing Casemiro yet. What's the two? Oh, yeah. Let me find Newcastle's lineup for us. Oh, our midfield. Our midfield. You're worried about our midfield? All right, let's see. Newcastle. Away. Okay, here we go. Here's Newcastle. Ramsdale, Trippier, Hall, Joelinton, Tonali, Gordon, Barnes, Ilanga. So Ramsey, Joelinton, Tonali is their midfield. Burn, Tial, Trippier, and Hall, their back line. Gordon, Barnes, and Ilanga up front. So a lot of pace. A lot of pace in that team. Like a fuckload of pace in that team. And look, I'm not saying that means we're not going to win, but that is a lot of pace in that team. And that's one of the things that gives me where I'm like, where I'm kind of like, man, like I do worry. This is the one thing that worries me about Newcastle. That is a very, 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 very physical, very fast Newcastle side. The front six, very fast, very physical, very athletic. I do think that's going to cause us some problems. It does every time we play them. And they've certainly recognized that and picked, their own. Now, we've got pace up front, too. They've got Ramsdale in net. Yeah, like, so our front three against theirs is better, but it's a weird one where, yeah, look, I hear you, Clayton, on the lack of end product. What I think is like, what I could see happening in this game is we get beat, but they can't score, so we win. You know what I mean? Like, I can see that. I can see them having a hard time scoring against us. But I could see them playing better than us. Having more of the ball, running us around a bit, giving us trouble. Kind of like the Everton game, but they won't score. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Like, we can keep them away from our net. We can keep them away from, getting goals. But they'll probably it'll be a tough game. And then we'll hit them. We'll end up getting them on the break and getting a goal here and there and beat them because our forwards are just much better. So that's how I see it as well. I think we'll win. But I do think it's going to be sloppy. I think it's going to be grindy. I think it'll be a bit like the Everton game. For sure. And not like Palace. Palace is just a weird game, but specifically the Everton game. Gordon can score. Win. All right, let's give you some stats on this, okay? Anthony Gordon stats. So Anthony Gordon has 3 goals this year. Anthony Ilanga has 0 goals this year. Harvey Barnes, Jesus, Anthony Ilanga has 1 goal and assist this season. Harvey Barnes has 5. So that's 8 goals between them. Doesn't Šeško have like 8 goals this since January? I definitely trust our forwards to score more goals than them. They have a 3-goal scorer, a 5-goal scorer, and a 0-goal scorer in their front 3. That's what I was saying yesterday. Like, that'll kill you. Like, I don't want to talk too much before the game, but like, we've been there. Last year with Højlund, Garnacho, and such, like, this is what we had. We had a front 3, post Rashford that was scoring 11 goals on the season. On the fucking season. 11 goals in the Prem. The whole season, our front 3. But that's like what Newcastle look like right now. That's the type of level of forwards that they have going at the moment. So, yeah, I don't want to say too much. I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to talk too much before the game about how we're definitely going to win, about, all of this kind of shit. Like, I don't want to do that too much before the game. But I'm saying I understand. And from a matchup standpoint, I think that that front 3 should have a very hard time producing goals against Maguire, Yoro, Mazraoui, Lamens. I think they'll have a really hard time scoring on them. Whereas I definitely trust Šeško, Mbumo, and Cunha to score. I can't see us not scoring. Like, if you look at every game for United, here's one thing I will say you've got to take in mind for this season, right? You got to say this for United. When do we not score? When's the last game we didn't score? When's the last time we didn't score a goal? Everton, November 24th. And before that, Man City, September 14th. And before that, that's it. Arsenal opening day. So we've had 3 games this whole season where we haven't scored, and 2 of them were in our first 4 games of the season. 2 of them were in our first 4 games of the season. We've done it 3 times, and 2 were in our first 4 games of the season, like right at the start. So besides that, Everton is the only one that stood out. And obviously, terrible game, very weird game, but that was it. You know what I mean? So you know United are going to score goals. You know United are scoring goals. That's the thing. We score all the time. Newcastle, 0 against Villa, January 25th. 0 against Wolves, January 18th. 0 against City, January 13th. 0 against United, December 26th. 0 against Sunderland, December 14th. You know, like 5 times. They've not scored 5 or 6 times since the last time we failed to score a goal in a Prem game. Actually, I included 1 League Cup for them, I think, in there accidentally. But either way, it is different. And yeah, this might be the jinx comments, right? This might be the jinx comment. But either way, it's just statistically, right? Statistically, they've been blanked in like 50% of their games recently. In January, they were blanked 3 times. They've been blanked a lot. Well, we don't get blanked. We'll score. So they're going to have to score 2 to beat us. And that's the truth for every single team we play. You have to score at least 2 goals to beat us. That's nice. That's a nice place to be for us. Now watch us go get a disgusting loss, 4-0 or some shit, but whatever. I'm just going by the numbers, all right? I'm not trying to talk shit or make predictions. I'm just saying by the numbers. It's so hard to imagine United not scoring. I mean, West Ham was close, though. I'll say that. West Ham was damn close. I mean, that was a last seconder, that one. So it was close. It was close. But still, we scored. So, oi, oi, oi. So yeah. But still, we got a good team. Imagine Šeško, Cunha, and Mbumo. Yeah, and that's the best part. The best part of all of this is that they wanted all 3 of our forwards, right, this summer, and we beat them. So all 3 of our forwards this summer, we beat them. So I'm enjoying that. But hey, that's why I went with this, right? On my picks, Anthony Gordon score or give assist. They said no because he's only got 6 on the season. Cunha getting a few shots. Us to get 2 goals. I think it's a good bet. We'll get 2 goals. I think they'll get some corners. I think there's going to be goals in this game. One way or another, I just feel it. I feel there's going to be goals in this game. United, of course, the most informed team in the league. Where's, let's see, we're here. Let's see, overall since the start of the year. United, 21 points since the start of the year, and that's 9 games. 1 fewer than all of these guys, so this could be, Jesus Christ. I mean, I know this is mostly Carrick, obviously, right? But, because we had the 2 draws before Carrick. But even with those 2 draws, we'll be like miles ahead. That's crazy. Meanwhile, Newcastle, 10 points in their last 9 games. 5 losses. 18 goals conceded. 16th in the league. Look at Tottenham, by the way. Every time I see this, I'm just shocked. And look at Wolves, 13 points in their last 11 games. Go on. The great escape. This is crazy. 4 points in 10 games for Tottenham. It's genuinely unbelievable. I every time I check this table each week before a match or when we're talking about it, I look at it and I'm just like, the fuck, man. That's like, it's so crazy that it's this bad for Tottenham. I'm surprised. I'm genuinely surprised it's this bad. Like, all memes and jokes aside, I'm genuinely surprised at just how bad it's gotten for them. It's mind blowing. Whatever. Anyway. You guys think there's any chance Wolves could get out of here? I mean, it's going to be tough, obviously. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to get past these teams. If they keep winning like they are now, they have a shot. I doubt it, but a shot. Tottenham are tragic. Yeah, it's really crazy. It's really, really crazy. No, forget the trash talk. I am a little bit worried about today. Do you have any feelings on Newcastle, the club? Admire, hate? I personally despise the idea that they're a big club. Yeah, look, I'm not a big fan of them giving it all, the big one after they got taken over by, by a Saudi group, whatever you'd call it, and acting all big time. Then I think that there's a rich history of Newcastle, but obviously they went through very bad owners. I feel like there's been the biggest thing is I feel like they've been continuously trying to force a rivalry recently, and it's like, gotta actually, just because you got into Champions League one time doesn't make you a rival. There's a lot more road to run before you can be a part of the big six. You're not a part of it. They wanted to be a part of it. I mean, maybe Tottenham will fall out and we're falling to the big six includes Aston Villa now, but it's you're still miles away from being a part of the elites of the league in that sense. Can I go over the team? Yeah, I could pull the team up again. Sure, why not? Let me put it in a normal shape here. I was pointing out to what I would hope how we play, hopefully in game, in possession. But this is the team. The normal team, same as last week, but with Mazraoui starting over Dallo. Villa are closer. Yeah, Villa are closer. And I kind of like Villa too, but I prefer them to be a rival at this point. But yeah, there's the team. No, but I hear you, John. You're going 3-1 given the recent performances, even though we've ground out good results. I am worried about this game. I'm not trying to talk so much shit. I like, statistically, they've been bad. We've been very good, but our performances have been slipping. And they're a bad matchup for us. I'm not going to lie. They're a bad matchup for us. They are. Just the way that they play is a bad matchup. But as I said, even despite that, why I don't feel bad is because I'm still not confident that they have players who will score goals. And I'm confident we have players who will. And at the end of the day, that's what's carrying us in these bad games. You know what I mean? We can perform bad and win. Here's kind of where I'm at. All right, we can perform bad and win. So I'm not gonna sit here and feel like we're gonna lose, because we can perform bad and win, and they're not a good team. They have to perform very good to beat us. That's how it should be, because they don't have great forwards, because they don't score a lot of goals. They have to play well to beat us. They have to play very well, and they haven't been playing very well. We can play bad, and the matchup can be bad, and we can get overrun in the midfield, and we could still win the game. So I still give us obviously, I still feel we'll win this game. I think it might be tight, 2-1 or something like that again, like last week. But I do have worries over the matchup. I do have worries over, the way that they'll set up against us. I do have worries over the way that they are so physical and fast and athletic and all that. I know, agreed on that. They're going to raise their game. They're going to be playing it like a cup final. They're going to look at it at the toughest. They're going to play us hard. It is what it is in that respect. We got to get through that and live with it. But it'll be tough. I don't think it's going to be easy by any means. Like, I don't think this is going to be a simple game at all. I think it's going to be very, very, very hard. If we win this game and the next, I'd say Champions League is almost guaranteed. Yeah, look, if we end up 9+ points in Champions League with only like 8 games left, I'll not relax, but I'll definitely feel like, cool. Do you think United will raise their game also? No, because I don't generally bet on United raising their game because they don't necessarily raise their game. We either, I don't know, man. It's a weird season. I don't want to see us fading in our intensity and our energy and our consistency as we go over I don't want to see us limp through the end of this season. I want to see us do well, and I want to see us keep that energy up. Now we have a shorter turnaround. Maybe the long layoff hurt us. Maybe the gap between the games, is whatever. But like I was saying the other day, personally, my belief is that the lower energy, the lower intensity is just a simple matter of tactics. When we are playing teams where there's going to be a lot more spaces to run, we start off the game running, so there's more energy. When we're playing against teams where it's going to be a bit different, then we start off a bit more defensive and things get slowed down and the intensity's not there. So, but yeah, I really don't want to see us limp over the line. Today, I think it will be a big marker of whether we can kick things back up a bit to end the year, or this sort of performance decline, especially first halves. The last 3 first halves, I think each one was worse than the last one. I want to see that turn around today. That's the biggest thing. Okay. All right, guys. I know there's a bunch of games kicking off now. I'm going to have some lunch, get set up for the watch along. Once again, you can use the link below to go join me. It's in the description below to play the game. But if you head over there and you don't want to play the game, you don't want to make your picks, and you just want to join, you just click on over to my name and come and join, and we'll start it in just a few minutes. Okay, so I hope to see you, plenty of you, over on Big Up in just a few. Yes, Daniel, João Gomez, I really, really like him, and given we're going to go for Premier League midfielders this summer again, I really, really would love João Gomez to be like a second or third midfielder we sign this summer. I think he's really good, man. But anyway, all right, I'll see you guys over there in about 30 minutes or so. I'll be there about 15 minutes ahead of kickoff, just going to do everything I need to do beforehand. And then I will be back here afterwards. I might be like 15 minutes late. Someone's coming to my house like right at the end of the game to do something here at my house. So I'll just, as soon as they're done, I'll go live for the post match. It might be like 15 minutes after the game, maybe like 20. But I will be here after the game. I know it's going to be late. It'll be like 10:30 because it's not even an 8 o'clock kickoff. It's an 8:15 kickoff. But I will be here again at 10:30, 10:35. And we'll be doing the show for the post match. So definitely join. And then obviously tomorrow I'll be back again. Okay. But yes, come join the watch along as well. It's a lot of fun, easy hangout. You can download the app as well and just chill. All right. Thanks, guys. I will see you after the game. Let's hope United win. Have a good one. Enjoy.